Hello and welcome to the Renaissance Geek. This is Joseph giving you some updates on what's going on. Of course, I am late again, but haven't figured out what kind of schedule I'm going to do yet. So we're just going as we can and when I have time, and as well as basically when I have things to say. I always have things to say, and these are only about 15 minutes long, but still, I just doesn't seem to have enough time to do things. It takes me a while to recover for certain events, which will start now. So on February, March. Yes, we're in March. A couple weeks ago, was, I want to say, the 12th and the 13th of March. I should have wrote this stuff down before I was going to talk, but hey, let's just fly off the cuff. So anyways, Jeannie Koch, myself, Vicky from Museum of Robots, T.L. Smith, another author, Marcella Rockwell, Jeff Marriott, two other authors, Alan Black, another author, as well as lots of other authors like Chris Tulua, Aaron Quinn, Morgan Kearns. Oh my gosh, there were about 15 authors under a single tent. Found out that this is over at Tucson Festival of Books. Tucson Festival of Books is roughly about the 6th largest book festival in the nation. It is a half-mile long. It is on the green belt of the University of Arizona's campus. It is an outside event. It happens during when U of A is on spring break. But found out this year that this tent is the largest tent with authors in it in the festival, and it looks like they're going to get bigger, hopefully. But it was fun. I really like this festival. It's a fun festival. There are a couple things that I don't like about it because, once again, it is outside, so we have to set up and tear down every day, Saturday and Sunday. We go out for some great meals, thanks to Dan and Emily, who are the most interesting people you'll ever meet in your entire life. And I will talk about them another time. We didn't get a chance to see them because Emily is actually a jazz singer. Well, she's a singer, but she mostly focused on jazz numbers, and they were at a convention where she was performing, so we didn't get a chance to see them this time around, but hopefully at the end of April we'll see them again. We'll be able to see them. But anyways, so had a good time. Duncan and Andrea, I'm not going to say their last name right, Richkoff, were there to help us out for tearing down and setting up, as well as basically hanging out with us. They stayed in the same hotel. The reason why Vicky with a Museum of Robots was there was just to see, because Museum of Robots licensed Jeannie Koch and all her pen names and all her stuff. So they did a soft, I guess you could say, it's hard to say, and I don't know if you want to say soft grand opening, but they came with two products. It's Sephora Power Cube, and and the Sephora Flying Saucer. I ended up getting the Flying Saucer, which is really cool. The underside of it looks like a regular stereotypical flying saucer, and the underside of it is lined with gold leaf. The Sephora Power Cube is made out of water buffalo horn, and it is hollow inside. So when the light hits it, or when you're out in the sun, it actually does glow, because the light reflects it, and it's really cool. I didn't get a chance to get that, but so when I see them next, which will be at Phoenix Comic Con, I will be getting that. They'll also have more things. Great time. Exhausted. It took me we got back on Monday evening, and I didn't really recover when I had to be at Joshua Tree on the 15th of March, where we had our Easter/spring luncheon. So the food was good. Drew, who's one of our volunteers, he's our facility manager. He was the cook. Mama Judy and Sister Razor Brow helped, and it was smoked pork butt and corn and green beans and rolls, and then there was like I think like apple and two other kinds of pies. Food was good. Oh, and it was rice pilaf. But if food was good, we had two of the sisters come and help serve. My sister was there along with my niece Araya and my goddaughter Paris, and then my cousin Veronica and her daughter Madison were there, and another volunteer, Melanie. She brought her 3 kids because everybody was on spring break. So those were the ones who served, and they had a great time. And then my family and the kids, they stayed afterwards and they helped mop and sweep the floors to help out. My cousin Veronica drove from Oracle, Arizona, which is north of Tucson. So she drove for 90 minutes to come in and do this. She was coming anyways because she was picking up her daughter Madison, who was staying with my sister. But still, she didn't have to go to Joshua Tree. She could have just met in Chandler, which is about 20 minutes east of here. So it was really neat to see them and for them to help out. Everybody was excited. They were all happy that they were able to help out, and they want to do it again. So I told the kids if they want to do it again, we'll have to figure out in the summer when they're on break, and they can help out. It was great. I had not a problems. The next luncheon for Joshua Tree will be May 4th for Cinco de Mayo. We might be getting a sponsor for that, but we don't know for sure, and I won't say until I know for sure if there's going to be a sponsor and a host. Excuse me. So, because of that and still being tired for Tucson Festival of Books, I was exhausted on Thursday and Friday and didn't do hardly anything. Then last Saturday, the 19th, was a busy day. Let's see, the Have a Heart fundraising portion of the Dart League that I belong to, the Gay and Lesbian Association of Darts, had their annual underwear auction and variety show. So I was there for that, and that was about 1:30ish in the afternoon, outside of a bar. And it was fun. They raised over $4,000, and they had I had nachos. They had either nachos or street tacos. I had nachos, and these weren't just the regular cheese and chips. They had it all out where you could get avocado and tomato and salsa, and you could have either beef or chicken on top. This is like nacho supreme kind of a thing. They were very good. And then there was a Bears of the West did a beer bust where it was $5 for a red cup and 50 cents for a refill. So, and then a pair of underwear was the highest ever bid ever. This is like the 5th year, I believe, that they've been doing this. Highest ever pair of underwear went for $600 for a pair of underwear. $600. My rent here is at $900. That's almost my rent. And what would I do with one pair of underwear that was already worn by somebody else, because of course it's worn by the model? And it's like, what the heck? But I'm not going to say anything about it because it's, Joshua Tree, Animal Welfare Rescue, and 1 in 10, we each get a third of what was raised. So, hey, good for you to have $600 to buy a single pair of underwear. I get uppity when I have to buy a 6-pack at Walmart when then that price is $20. But, hey, if you got it, do it. Then later that night was the monthly author party that a bunch of us go to. Have a nice time, sat there. It was corned beef and cabbage and veggies, and it was good. The food was good. Craig always does a great time. He's a great cook, so I look forward. That's one of the things I look forward to, the Craig and Stephanie's events. And then we had to leave that early because I ended up getting us free tickets through Joshua Tree to the Laugh Factory up here in Scottsdale, Arizona, for the 10 o'clock show. So we did that. It was fine. It was different. I haven't been to a comedy show in years. There were 4 acts. The first guy, who was the host, did a small little 10, maybe 15-minute set. He was okay. Some of his jokes were funny, but he wasn't. What's the word I was thinking of? His timing was off. He didn't have the best timing. The second guy, yeah, it was about a 15-20 minute set, and he was okay, but I couldn't tell you anything more than that. Oh, except for what he talked about his monthly show that he does there, where it's basically kind of like a Hunger Games for incel comics, because they'll put two comics up on stage and they just go at each other, slamming each other and doing insults against each other, and then the audience picks on who wins. So that's the only thing. The third comic was Brian Monarch. I really liked him. He was funny. He was also really hot. Very much my type. He wasn't older because him and I are the same age, but he was tall and skinny and Jewish. And I either go for Jewish men or Italian men, and I like them taller and I like them skinny. But he did have one joke that basically turned all of us off. It was an HIV joke that was just really badly written and really badly informed, and it was really bad. And then the headliner was Carl LaBove, who started at the same time with Sam Kinison, and they used to tour the United States. He was funny. I mean, I really liked him. He was good. There was a couple things that he just went a little too long for me, to where I slipped out and then couldn't get back in. But he was actually really good. I laughed. My cheeks hurt. Had a good time. But it was different. And I talked to the manager afterwards just to thank him for the tickets. And he gave me 8 extra tickets. So we'll probably raffle those off at Joshua Tree to see who else is going to be there, who would like to do this, because it is different than our normal thing. And then this last Monday, the 21st, Jeannie and I went to the premiere of My Greek Fat Wedding 2. I will be doing another post about that will be coming out tomorrow, about my review of it. I have to wait until Friday because we were there because Jeannie does movie reviews for a Slice of Sci-Fi website, and that review of hers has to come out before mine. But so look for that. I will have 2 in a day, and that's everything. That's basically it. Joshua Tree is doing well. I still get people who like my purple hair, but then they don't like my purple hair, and then I get little comments of, I really like this shade of purple, to, do you think that's really professional to be running a nonprofit with that hair? And I always come back, no matter whether it's a compliment or kind of a half-ass compliment or even, a side little sneer, is that this is my midlife crisis. I'm dyeing my hair purple because I'm going through a midlife crisis and I can't afford a Corvette. But anybody out there who wants to buy me a Corvette, it needs to be red so I could play Little Red Corvette by Prince all the time. That's my only request. Trying to think. Things are okay here at the house. The Dart League is doing well. I figured my team is going through a rebuilding season. We've lost more games than we won, but at the same time, we're trying to re-know each other, because we did a very good last season, we also had some internal drama, and that person who was giving us internal drama is no longer in the group, so we have 2 new people to come in. So it's a rebuilding season. I am happy with this team. I am comfortable with this team. I don't want to change this team at all. But it is a rebuilding season. We're not going to get as high as we normally are, or as high as we were last season. But I'm good with that. I mean, I'd rather have a team that I'm happy and comfortable with than be on a team that does really well and despise everybody and not look forward to Tuesday nights. So, RuPaul's Drag Race. Okay, this is going to go over 15 minutes. And you know what? No, I want to still keep it under 15 minutes. I will do another one for RuPaul's Drag Race, okay? Now, this is it. I will chat with you soon. Don't forget, on Friday, the 25th, is it the 20th? Yeah, the 25th, I'll post my review of my Big Fat Greek Wedding 2. And then I'll probably talk about RuPaul's Drag Race next week, after the 4th episode. I don't know. We'll have to see. All right? Thank you for listening and watching. Bye-bye.